Welcome to another Minecraft Skyblock video. Today we're going to be going ahead and building a giant cactus farm, and I do want to preference you are allowed to print cactus on this server. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video is printing cactus with, of course, the Lightmatica mod. I've got everything prepared with Lightmatica, I've got the mod installed, and I got a schematic ready so we can start building cactus. Before we do that though, we do need to open up a ton of openables. I have a ton that I haven't opened over the past few days. So we're gonna go ahead and speedrun opening all these crates and all these openables. So we're gonna open up the key all crates and then of course the epic airdrops. So we'll do the key all crates first, see what we get. I'd like good spawners, please. Ooh, we got more spiders. We got 4 in total. Here we go again. Some pet eggs. We don't really need those, but I'll keep them. We'll put pet eggs in PV1 because we're gonna stock them up now and not really open them until a certain point in time. We got 2 more key all crates. We'll just spam those open, see what we get. I don't really even know what I got. A random legendary enchant book and more pet eggs. Okay. The book wasn't even that good, which is quite unfortunate. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in PV4, and let's go ahead put these spiders down now. So we got in total about 16 right now. So now we have 21, and we still have these super overpowered scrolls in here, which we are going to go ahead and upgrade. We do have a ton of gems because I've been grinding my skill off camera. If we take a look at my skills, we are almost level 60, technically 59, but you get the point. So we're gonna go ahead and upgrade these with the gems we got from grinding. So we're gonna go to scrolls, go into here and upgrade for 150,000 per one, get those up, and now we're gonna go ahead, go to our spiders and put these in. 300,000 down the drain, but it should make me more money down the road. So apparently the airdrops got an update. We can't really stack these two because there's different loot tables in these now. They got an update, so we're gonna go ahead, spam these down. We'll do the first 7, see if we get anything good. By the way, off camera, I did actually go ahead and salvage all my old spawners, so we did get rid of those. And any spawners that aren't good from this, I'm gonna go ahead and start salvaging, like the Enderman. We're not salvaging, that was the old system. So for like the Enderman right here, we're gonna sell hand, and we made 3 million because we don't need those and we can't really use them because they're not really that good. Anyways, we got some spawners we can place. We got more iron golems and some more villagers and spiders. And I did buy some blazes off camera, which I did put in my PV1 because we are gonna be moving stuff around on the island today. But yes, I got more blazes. We have 64 and now we technically have 66. And we got another fishing bot, which is pretty good. A common though, which is unfortunate. And we got a transfuse book, not bad. Let's open up these ones, see what we get. 10 of these should make me a decent bit of money just overall from these airdrops, which is not bad. We got another fishing robot. Okay, 2 more blazes, some more spawners of each tier, and then we got some more money we can sell these endermen for. There we go. We got another almost 4 million from that. All right, there we go. The spawners are down. So for the keys, we're gonna open up common first, and then we'll work our way to vote, because vote are technically the best key besides legendary. So I'm gonna look for every single common stack in here, which, I mean, there's 2 chests that we have to look through, so it shouldn't take too long to find which ones are which. Okay, so I got all the common keys, as you can see, and also the weekly value did reset, so our total is still the same though, which reminds me I did get some value blocks from my skill, our first emerald value blocks. Let's go ahead, put these in, get 3 of these going. So now we got 18,000 added on to our total. All right, let's go to warp crates and start opening up these common keys. So we'll just shift right click to open all these. Probably a wise idea. So what I'm going to do is put some of these keys in PV10 for the time being, because we just don't have a lot of room to deal with. We're getting a lot, and I mean a lot of books that we're going to be using down the road for, of course, all these other skills, so I can't really complain about the books that we get. As you can see, we have a stack of chickens. If we sell this, it's pretty much a stack. We made 5 million, and if we sell these other spawners that we don't need, we're making even more money just from the spawners we can't even really use. So that is really good that we just get that spare cash, and we're almost at 1 billion as well. I just noticed we're getting close to the first billion we've ever reached. That is absolutely insane. We got even more spawners we can sell, and if I do a sell all, I could probably toggle how many of spawner types I can sell. So if I go to toggles, we can do the sell all and sell hand filter, and we can enable the spawners we don't want anymore. So we got all of them filtered. So now if we do sell all, it'll sell those spawners as well, which is really nice. So we have 3 stacks of common keys. Let's go ahead, get these going, and we'll go ahead and do the sell all. How much do we make from all those spawners? 15 million. Wow. Just from opening keys, and we're about to hit 1 billion still. Oh my gosh. Now we go to the island and we're gonna open up the rare keys. So let's start finding every single rare key stack that that I can possibly find. Okay, I got all the rare keys. I'm gonna put some in my PV10 for the time being. All right, let's open up these keys. We should get even more spawners and all sorts of good stuff that we can just salvage, so I can't really complain about this. I'm just gonna speed run this, and we're getting a lot of gems, I've noticed as well, which is nice. But we made overall off the spawners we didn't want 60 million, so now we have over $1 billion. And we got some iron golems and of course spiders we can place down in a bit. So what I think I'm gonna do with chunk hoppers, I'm gonna start keeping all the legendaries and the rares. All the commons we're gonna start just trashing because we don't really need them. We'll keep about 27 rares, and that's quite literally it for like spare ones we want. So we'll collect until we hit that point. We're almost full on our first PV of books. PV10, we got a bit more rare keys, give us some more money, and gems of course. Okay, our PV of books is full, so we start going into PV5 now. All right, sell all, put the spawners away. We made 30 million. So now we're moving on to legendary. This is honestly the biggest key opening I've done so far, which is absolutely insane. I stocked these keys up for quite a while, so it is what it is. So we have about 6, almost 7 stacks of vote and legendary, so we'll start with the legendary. All right, let's get this going. 2 airdrops, oh my gosh. We'll just speed run these. A mission contract, which I haven't even used one of these yet, and I don't really know if they're good, so I'll put in my PV for the time being. We got a robot egg, okay. Another one too, oh wow. We're gonna do a quick sell all. I just need to find it. There we go, 24 million. 20 more blaze spawners, that is crazy. We're still not done because we got a lot more to grab. And 20 more spiders. Okay, last stack, there we go, we're done. We got some legendary chunk hoppers, a ton of books, and a ton of pet eggs, which is crazy. We got 40 now. Put all the books away, and then the airdrops, I don't really know if I want to open these or not. I mean, I should because I'll get more money. Okay, let's go ahead, open these. We'll just get them out of the way. All right, let's go to warp crates, and we're gonna open up the rest of the keys and the vote ones. All right, we'll spam these, and then we should pretty much be done after we open these ones as well. In total, we have 1.3 billion, which is disgusting. We got even more blaze spawners. We have a total of almost 2 stacks, which the total stack size is about 128. So once we have that, we're pretty much set. We got half a stack of spiders. We got over a stack of iron golems. That was absurd, that opening. Let's open up these eggs, see what we get for robots. We got 2 fishing, okay. A common and a common, unfortunate. So now it's a matter of placing down these spawners so we can make more money. So we'll go ahead and put these spiders down, and then we do the villagers. And now we have silverfish, so we need a fire scroll. So we're gonna go into shop really quick and buy a fire scroll. Where are they at? There they are. Grab one of those, and we'll put down these silverfish and put that in. We are gonna have to move these at some point today, though. We're gonna need to move spawners around. Overall, from all the AFKing I've done, I've not made much money from this farm because we had barely any spawners. But if we look in our IS bank, we've made about almost 20 million, and I'll probably just keep it in here until I want to withdraw it at a bulk amount. We've made around 20 million from spawners when we had barely any to start with, so we should probably make around double to triple the amount we already made beforehand. So I do have an idea of how I want to set things up on the island. For spawners, and of course the cactus, since we only have 1 auto sell chest for normal tier, of course, the only way we can really go about this is going up to height limit, and I'll explain why here in a second. So what I'm gonna do is turn on chunks, and we're gonna go ahead, build a platform around all of this so we can strategically put down our sell chest in a specific spot. And the reason we need to do this is so we can make sure that we're using it for cactus as well as for the spawner farm at the same time, because we can't really go with just one, because I want to make the most money possible from using both types of things. The platform is done. Now I just need to go ahead and break this pillar, and I guess I'll go ahead and just break the platform down here as well. Might as well, you know. So one thing I have an idea for is we're gonna move the beacon down to the bottom of the island in the center chunk here, I think is the plan. I want to test that out and see if it's a good idea to put it there. I don't really have high efficiency, and I kind of want to get that up, so we're gonna go ahead, go into PV4 and just get efficiency up, so then we can break this super quick, because I don't want to spend so much time on this. So let's go to enchanter and hope all 3 work. Okay, we got the first to apply, second to apply, and the third to apply. Perfect. So how fast is it to break all this? It's not super fast, so we're gonna go ahead, grab a iron ingot from shop, so we'll buy one of those. And the reason I'm gonna buy one of those is so we can turn this into haste. So we'll go ahead and make it haste 2. There we go. It should apply haste now in the top right. There we go. So now we should insta-mine all this. Perfect. That's what we love to see. So we just want to go ahead, destroy all this as quick as possible. The beacon's gonna take a little bit longer to destroy, but that's fine. Okay, so now that that's destroyed, we need about 2 stacks of iron blocks, I think. So we'll get 2 stacks just so we can build the beacon again. And we'll go down to the bottom of the world. So we're gonna go down here. So we're at the very bottom. We're gonna go ahead, build out 4 blocks, and then the beacon would be here. So then another 4. So this should be where it's positioned at. Yeah, so the beacon should be right on this block right here. Underneath it, we're gonna have stone bricks. So we'll go ahead and just set down some stone brick. Okay, so we're done with the beacon. I'm gonna go ahead, destroy this pillar that we used to build down here. I don't really know if the cell chest will drop on the ground or not, but I'm gonna break this and be careful with it. There we go, just so we don't lose it or anything. All right, let's go ahead and start breaking these spawners, getting those removed. So everything we'll be placing back down again will be going in here for the time being in PV10. So I'm thinking I'm gonna set up the warp for the AFK at the top of the island here, and I'm also gonna set up my own personal warp, so like IS warp top right at the corner here. Okay, so in order to set up a warp, we have to go ahead and upgrade our warp limit. We'll just get another warp, so we'll spend 1 point. Then we create our second warp, which is gonna be top to get up here instantly. So now we're gonna go ahead, set up the center of the chunk. So we need to go 1 more, and then this is the center. So we're gonna go ahead, break this for a second actually. Set up the AFK warp now, so we need to go ahead, move into position, IS delete warp, and we're gonna do AFK, and then we'll create warp, AFK, and there we go. So now we're gonna go ahead, set up the auto cell chest. So we're gonna go ahead, go here, and then go to the middle of these 2 chunks, and then we'll put the cell chest right here and a regular chest next to it. And then I think we can place down 6 chunk hoppers since they're 2 different chunks. So we'll go ahead, grab out 6 of these, which I think we already have some in our PV10, so we'll grab those ones. But if we go ahead, go on each side of this, it'll collect into here, and then we do it on this side as well. This is gonna be the height limit for the cactus, even though it's not the full-on height limit because it's up here, because we do need to have enough space so we can build things up here if we need to. So it's pretty much a chunk from bottom to top, so we have to build a little area at the bottom, like a platform like this, but just for the bottom chunk here, and then we'll start building cactus finally, because we had to do a lot of things to get started, of course. One thing I completely forgot about is we don't have the pillars set up for the spawners. That is one thing I've completely forgotten. So if I'm not mistaken, it should be underneath each one of these blocks now that I've placed them in. Yep, we're good. Okay, so we go into PV10, and we're gonna grab out our spiders first. So we'll go ahead, put spiders right here, put in their proper scrolls for spiders, and then we'll grab out the iron golems, stack these up, and do the same thing. And now we go ahead, put down the witches here, and the silverfish here, and the villagers right on that spot, put their proper scrolls in. So everything has been moved up to the top of the island, which is really good, and we have the beacon moved to a different spot. And my ult will eventually move up to the new location it's supposed to sit in. We're not gonna build a lot of cactus in today's video, but we are gonna get the premise of it going and just start getting it built while using, of course, the printer on Litematica. I'll probably do a lot of it off camera because I don't really want to build it on video since that's kind of a boring thing to do, but I'll give a rundown of it and show a bit of me building it in this video, of course. So it's been a little bit, and I decided I would just wait until my ult was in its position, and now my ult is there and ready to AFK all these spawners. But now we need to set up the cactus, so we're gonna go down to the bottom here. We have the platform finished. Everything is good to go now. So now I'm gonna show off Litematica, but before I do that, I need to go ahead and store everything in my PV. So if we go into /shop, we can see that there are certain categories, and we need to find where sand is. Sand is 75,000 per. It used to be 100,000, but they nerfed it so people could make cactus more. And the price of cactus is now 60 per cell, per one. So it's insane. But we're gonna buy for 6 stacks, 28 million. Almost $30 million for 6 stacks of sand, so this is very valuable. And then if we go into mob drops, we need to buy string, so we'll get 6 of those, which is pretty cheap. And then of course we need to get cactus, which I believe is also pretty pricey. It's about 100,000 per one, and you need to level up your crop upgrade on your island. So we're gonna go ahead and try and see if we can get this going. So if you go to island perks, it's actually an island perk /stats, and you upgrade your crop perk. So there we go, we got 1, and we have around 150 points we can spend. Okay, I spent 4 more on potato and 10 on carrot. We're gonna get all the way up to 7. All right, nether wart, and then sugarcane. How much points do we have? We have 43, so now we have cactus. There we go. So all our stat points are now pretty much gone, which realistically is quite unfortunate, but it was definitely worth it because cactus makes a ton of money. So now we can buy cactus from shop, and we'll buy 6 stacks, so about 40 million almost. Oh my gosh. So making cactus layers is quite pricey as as you can see. So we go to our M key on our keyboard, which I believe opens the menu by default, and we go to load schematics, and I have a schematic I made, and then we load this in, and it should load it in. Of course, it says it's not displaying it because I haven't enabled it. So now if I go ahead, turn on the toggles, so I turn on the rendering for the schematic, and then I turn on the rendering for the overall thing, there we go. We can actually see the cactus layers. Now we need to move this over to here somehow. So we'll go to loaded schematics, and then we go to the schematic placements, and then config, and now we can go ahead and use left and right click to move this in position, and there we go. So now I just need to set up like a key or some sort of way to get to this position, so then I can just up this one at a time, or two at a time, I guess I should say, because I have to up it every two. So I need to figure out a keybind in the configuration really quick. Okay, so I set a keybind, so when I press L, it now opens up the menu for the current one I am using or have selected. So after a decent bit of messing around, because I haven't used Lightmatica in a while, I figured out how to properly use it. So you make sure you have all the materials you want in your hotbar, and then you turn on the rendering, of course, and then you're gonna go ahead, turn on the printer, and just stay within range of the area, and it selects through your hotbar. Pretty simple concept. And then you just go around and take your time. Don't really like sweat through it, because I don't think it places really quick unless you turn the interval up, which I really wouldn't do that on a multiplayer server, because sometimes it basically doesn't even place it. Like, it places it, but it's visually there for you and not the server. So you gotta always make sure you're placing them properly. But there you go. As you can see, it is perfectly done. Now we're gonna turn off the printer and bring up our stick, and we'll slam that there. So now it basically moves it up a layer. Turn on printer again, and we'll let it print in. The only issue is if you don't have the items in your hotbar, it does tend to mess up. So you kind of gotta be on top of that, which I do find kind of annoying, and I don't really know a solution for that as of right now. Basically, I have to figure out on my own a solution for all of that. Once I get a ton of these layers done, I'm gonna make a better schematic for this. As of right now, I just kind of have to deal with how it works, the whole schematic system that I have. So it really is what it is. But as you can see, we are pretty much done 2 layers. The only thing is that this is gonna grow to the top and not actually get destroyed. So we're gonna fix that really quick. We're gonna turn off rendering, make sure printer's off, and the schematic rendering is still on, of course. But I need to go ahead and just place sand so we can start making the money from this layer specifically. So one thing I noticed, I didn't make this fully compact. I definitely did something wrong because the corners are definitely messed up. This will definitely be temporary, this one, and then I'm gonna rebuild it all off camera and expand upon it going upwards, of course. For now, this is just how it's gonna be. I'll probably fix it off camera though. Either way, if we go to Ice Warp Top, we need to go ahead, place down the chunk hoppers again because I did have to remove them. So now Cactus should be going in this, which is pretty good. It's not gonna make like an insane amount of money right now because we only have a few layers, but it's gonna make more money over time, so I can't really complain. It is unfortunate that we did mess this up, but we did get it going somewhat. I'll be fixing that off camera, but thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.